everyone, welcome to Your Caribbean News and Culture. I'm Delinda Eiffel. This week we are chatting with a familiar face to our program, Lakenya Rivers, who is the founder and executive director of the nonprofit organization Family Movement. Family Movement is a nonprofit organization here in the Boston area dedicated to stabilizing and empowering families who are in transitional living by mentoring and reaching self-worth and family values. Lakenya, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure to have you back here again. Now let's tell people about Family Movement. I know the family is an acronym, so talk a little bit about the mission and your goals and what it stands for.
The word family is broken into acronyms, and the word F stands for forgiveness, A stands for acknowledgement, M stands for motivation, I, inspiration, and the L and the Y is for love within yourself. And I came up with that because years ago, I was in a homeless shelter. And as I started to have this vision of just wanting to give back and help families that were in the shelters, we were finding different barriers that they were dealing with that I had overcome. So I said, okay, forgiveness, acknowledge where you are, motivate yourself, inspire yourself, and have love within yourself. And then realize that that word stood for family.
Right.
And that's a way to bring families back together. If you have all of those essentials, all of those things will build the momentum of your family.
Absolutely. Now, it's been about a year, actually, since we last had you on our show. Bring us up to speed about some of the things you guys have achieved. I know there are a lot over that year.
Yes. So the last time we were on the show was in September. We had our first annual event, and it was a low turnout, but, you know, it build stability or visibility within the organization, and we were able to do a lot more with shelters. So we received phone calls from actually 2 shelters, a transitional as well as a family shelter, to come and do workshops. Nice. So we started doing workshops from October and we ended in March.
Very
so
good.
The families graduated in March. They saved coins totaling up to $250. We matched them.
Very good.
So we have, you know, pictures on our website of them being matched up to $250 per family. Then we did a makeover event, and we were applying for grants because we are a grassroots nonprofit organization. So a lot of everything that we do is from donations and volunteering. And we actually won a grant.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And Eastern Bank was very proud to sponsor one of our grants, and it was for helping children K through 12.
Very good.
And we understand that kids in our community, they can't just learn without learning from building at home.
Yes, it starts in the household.
At home.
Very true.
So what we did was we picked 6 organizations from kindergarten up to high school that you know, had these children, and we were able to sponsor 40 kids to go to summer camp.
That is amazing.
And we will follow them throughout their throughout their school year.
Right. Very good. And
Yes.
summer is definitely a time when kids need to be
Absolutely.
as, you know, productive and positive as possible. Now, you touched a little bit on Eastern Bank, but I know there are other people you wanted to acknowledge, because a lot of times with nonprofit organizations, we tend to forget that your sustainability comes from donations and, you know, collaboration. So who are those people or organizations rather that have been an intricate role throughout this past year?
Sure. So Eastern Bank is our grant sponsor, and so the organizations that we've collaborated with for our services is Manpower, Urban League of Eastern other organizations such as
I think Score for More.
Score for More is part of the youth enrichment. So that's from the grant of Eastern Bank. So for those organizations, it's the Rosa Parks Daycare that has the little children. We help the parents sponsor them. Then we have Seekers of Knowledge. Then we have Boston's Next Top Model, which is the girls. They teach them about self-esteem and building within their personal development. Score for More, Pop Warner, the Dorchester Eagles, and then Catholic Charities. They have a summer camp where they send the kids off for a week to Hull.
Wow,
so
that's
those
amazing.
are 6 organizations that we sponsor children. And we recently started a collaboration where the Peace Collaboration has 12 organizations that come together, and we try and do different events to promote peace in the community.
And that's very much needed,
So it's been a lot of collaboration, but we do know that, again, it's a more powerful impact.
Exactly. Now, this is your, is it 6th year? 2015 will be your 7th year, which is right around the corner. Now, as someone who's in essence lived on both sides of the spectrum, you were in transitional living, now you are providing a service for people who are currently living in transitional living. Talk to us a little bit about, from your perspective, the changes you've seen. Are they, of course, family movement is a powerful thing that's going on to help those people. Now, do you think that there's enough going on to help those people, or can more be done?
I think there's a lot in the city of Boston, but everything fills up so quickly because the impact is so needed. Like the poverty, like you can look at someone and you can't tell that they're homeless just by looking at them. It's a mental illness that people have, where they're not focusing on their budgeting or their savings, or, let me try and get more educated so that I can move to the next level in my employment. So, it's a level that it holds back our community, and I don't think a lot of people see that. So what Family Movement does is we are trying to collaborate with people to build up our pillars of success, which is mental stability. So we need therapists. Physical awareness. We need fitness coaches to come and help them build and have a healthy living lifestyle. Education. We need educators to come into the shelters and into the transitional living programs and talk about, going to the next level in your education. Workforce development. We want these families to get off of transitional living so that they can be able to succeed in the workforce and end that generational curse of poverty. So we launched our youth enrichment so that we can build on those aspects as well. So it's, it's a lot, but I feel like 2015, we want to take it to a new level where we want to help the middle class. So these are the families that make too much to qualify for anything and make too less to be able to be comfortable.
And then the thing is, a lot of one of the issues I have with the concept of making too much is who determines what too much is.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you may make above a certain amount, but that doesn't mean that you're not living paycheck to paycheck. So that's also an issue. Now, September 18th, big event, your 2nd annual signature event. You had the first one last year when you first came on the show. Talk to us about what's in store for this year.
So it's a lot for this year, and everyone's like, what is it? What is it? It's more a networking event for the community, but more so for us. We want to pack that room out with therapists, educators, fitness coaches, so that when they come with their business card, we're collecting the resources so that we can pass them on to our clients and our transitional families. But most importantly, we have a speaker who's Colette A.M. Phillips. She's an amazing woman. And I've gone to numerous of her networking events, and built those relationships and brought them back to family movement. So, you know, it's like a circle where we all need to work together. We have an MC, a host, is former, she ran for state representative, Stephanie Everett. She was also our speaker last year at the signature event. But this year we will be honoring 2 organizations that have supported family movement either from when we started up or, you know, earlier this year. And it's called Just-in-Time Tax Services, as well as Urban League of Eastern Massachusetts. They helped build employment with some of our families.
Very good. So it's exciting.
It's very exciting.
Now, we spoke a little bit about what's in store for 2015, but this is your seed that you've planted. You care to elaborate a little bit more of what you care to see, not only for family movement as an organization, but just for the overall social aspect of transitional living and poverty, and, you know, people really getting to a level where they can provide for themselves?
When I planted this seed, I never knew of the impact that we will be making now. When we have our clothes drives, it's just so rewarding to see that these families really are in need of clothing. So on a social aspect, we're gaining a lot of visibility in the community. We're, you know, getting phone calls of people that just want to help.
Which is good.
And it's amazing. But we don't have staff, so everything that we do is volunteers. So we rely a lot on our volunteers. We rely a lot on our board, which, you know, they're super supportive. It's a working board. So, you know, for the seed is actually, it's growing.
Right.
It's now growing grass. It's no longer a seed.
And soon it will be trees.
And
a forest.
Yes.
Well, thank you so very much for being here. It's always a pleasure.
Thank
and you know, as my show and myself, we wish you the very best with Family Movement. Now, for more information on Family Movement, be sure to check out their website at www.familymovement.com. We have much more straight ahead. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Take your medicine?
Oh gosh, I forgot it.
Her nurse. You need a claim number? Her personal assistant. Let me just grab her housekeeper. Her cook. Her accountant. When I started taking care of Mom, I didn't realize the challenge of playing so many roles. But above all, I'm still her daughter.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving to connect with experts and other caregivers. Together we can better care for ourselves and the ones we love.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So I've come up with a family emergency plan.
Great. What is it?
It's difficult to talk about, so I'm not telling you.
How will we know what to do?
You won't.
I'm so glad I won't have to remember anything.
And me too. Thanks for this, sweetie.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Welcome back to your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. Now, the summer is soon behind us, but one thing the summer guarantees is a lineup of fun activities and events. One exciting event I got the opportunity to attend was a relaunch party for Cockspur Rum, which is soon going to be available right here in Boston. Now, for those of you who don't know, Cockspur Rum is the rum of Barbados and has been around since 1884. So the fact that it will be available in Boston, well, that's pretty much a big deal, especially for people like myself. Check this video out.
Steve Shaw from Cockspur Rum USA. We're here at Rumble Bar at the Intercontinental Hotel in Boston to celebrate the launch of Cockspur Rum. Cockspur Rum is produced at the West Indies Rum Distillery in Barbados. It's been around since 1884, and after 5 years of absence from Massachusetts, it's finally back in the Boston market. The first expression from Cockspur, we have Cockspur Fine Rum. So 3-year-old rum aged in bourbon casks. The rum is aged right on the beach. So Cockspur's rum warehouses, aging warehouses are right on the beach. Produces a beautifully smooth Caribbean rum. Again, molasses-based rum, aged on the beach, coral filtered water. This is the Cockspur Fine Rum. They're a 3-year-old rum. Next we have the Cockspur 12, which is their aged rum. It's their sipping rum. Great on the rocks, neat with a cigar and an old-fashioned. This is the Cockspur Overproof, totally new to the U.S. market. Overproof rum is a growing category, and we wanted to have an expression that enters into that category and have something very competitive. Comes in at 130 proof, so watch out. Great in cocktails, amazing on the rocks as well. So that's the Cockspur 130. And last but not least, for the first time in the U.S. market, Cockspur Old Gold. Cockspur Old Gold is about a 6-year-old rum, and it's the most popular in Barbados.
You know, I got the Cockspur Rum Old Fashioned, and I got to tell you, it's delicious. You hardly taste the rum, but you know it's there, and you really get the flavor of how they crafted it. It's a pretty good drink.
I'm drinking the Dirty Mojito, and it has Cockspur rum in it. It's delicious because it's light and it's not too sweet. They didn't use any simple syrup, so a little less on the calories, and it's so refreshing. And you could probably have more than one of these if you wanted to.
So in one word, the Cockspur rum, the 12-year-old that I'm drinking, is very rich and smooth. I guess that's 2 words.
Why Cockspur? It's something new. It's totally new. You have to be the first of your friends to try it. It's authentic Caribbean rum from Barbados, the birthplace of rum. This is one of the oldest distilleries in Barbados, the birthplace of rum. And it's now. It's happening now. So Cockspur rum from Barbados. Check it out at your local bar or liquor store.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, but before we do so, we'd like to take a moment to wish St. Kitts and Nevis a happy Independence Day. On September 19th, the country will celebrate its 31st year of independence.
They say that when you're facing extreme danger, your life flashes before you. If you think that's sad, consider facing it before you even have enough life to flash before your eyes. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Deaths and injuries can be prevented by using the right car seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to know what is appropriate for each age and size.
Welcome back to your Caribbean News and Culture, everyone. That's all the time we have this week. Special thanks to founder and executive director of Family Movement, Lakenya Rivers. And before we go, you're expecting. Congratulations. Be sure to follow all the nonprofit organizations' efforts and check out their event, which is going to be September 18th. Special thanks to my studio crew, and of course, thank you at home for watching. Now, we've been a part of the BNN production family for quite some time, but we are new to this particular channel. So be sure to keep tuning in for all we have lined up for this season. I'm Delinda Eiffel. I'll see you next time.